Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Bin, the show where we take a look at strange movies that we buy really cheap. And it's Halloween, the best time of the year, because then you can stay inside and watch horror movies. And I picked out a horror movie for us to watch. It's called Plague Town.
Nice. Another zombie movie?
No, I think it's like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre knockoff or something in Ireland. A bizarre and bloody nightmare. The Monaghan family is on vacation in Ireland, but the plan to get the two teenage daughters to bond has turned into a disaster. Molly has weak nerves and Jessica is completely self-centered. Jessica's vacation flirt hardly makes the situation better when everybody misses the last bus. It seems like the flirt, the young Brit, can help them, but not even him can expect what lurks out in the darkness. On the Irish countryside lives a family that makes the Texas Chainsaw Massacre seems like a dream vacation. Let's take a look at this and see if it's scary or not.
Remember, Americans, you're in a foreign land and representing your country, so you need to act with dignity and respect.
The last bus is in about 5 minutes.
Might as well start walking.
You're lost, are you?
Not lost exactly.
I saw something!
There's someone out there.
I don't like this. We need to get away from here now.
We just watched Plague Town. And it begins in Ireland. There's a family from America on vacation. There's the father and his new wife and the two daughters. So the older one and the younger one, and the older one, Jessica's boyfriend from England, I think. I guess
she met like 1 week ago. They're anyway on a vacation out on the countryside / woods.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, they're supposed to look at some ruins, I think.
I don't know.
They mentioned in the beginning.
Yeah.
They don't really know where, and they're lost immediately.
I don't think we're going the right way. Sounds like the navigation's going real well.
They missed the last bus.
Yeah, they missed the late bus, yeah.
So nightfall comes and they find a car in the woods, abandoned.
Weird.
What's weird?
A French car with a roof full of luggage, parked in the middle of nowhere.
So they find this car, and the boyfriend guy, the English guy, he says that the car has French plates, and so he thinks it's
okay to just go inside.
yeah, but it's abandoned in the woods. Of course they can sleep there for a night. They're lost. Anyway, their plan is to stay in the car for the night.
But it only goes about, I think, like 1-2 hours. Then the English boyfriend wants to, fuck this, I want to go out, search for help or something.
I'll go now. You lot sit tight.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
So he goes away out on a field.
And Jessica follows him.
And then I see they find like a clay house or something.
Clay house?
Is anybody there, they say, but nobody's there.
Was it really a clay
Yeah,
house?
a fucking clay house. Yeah. So they go inside.
They look around, it's a big mess in there, and then they hear someone outside. So they run off into the field, and that's when they meet the old guy.
Yeah. An old hillbilly in the Irish countryside.
Moments later he picks up a shotgun and shoots the guy in the face.
Don't even think about following us, geezer.
So he does that, and you think he's dead. He's really not. But that's for later. So Jessica runs away and hides in the woods.
After that, the father in the family he go out looking for them. So he follow their tracks and comes by this weird little house, right?
Was this the same house as before, or was this a new house?
No, it's the same. It's the same house.
Yeah, the same playhouse.
And he goes inside. Hello, anybody there? You know, and the laughter starts. Children laughter. and you see like this weird
little girl.
Little girl like running around there.
She's moving really fast. He just walks further into the house.
Yeah.
And then his face is cut off with a piano wire. After the dad is killed, we cut back to the car, and the younger sister and the stepmother, the guy's wife, is still in the car. There's a scene there when the stepmother goes out and looks around in the fog, and then they have a bunch of kids, like 5 or 6 kids, running at them, and then you have the fog and everything. That was a pretty good shot. So they hide. They go back in the car. They shut the doors, and all of those kids try to break in, and they basically punch through the windows.
Yeah.
And they drag the mother out on the ground.
And the little children like start dancing around them in a little ceremony. And then they are like sauna style, like take some sticks with leaves and like hit her to death. Right?
They use the hubcap from the car, and then they beat her to death with that, I think.
Yeah, right, I remember.
Yeah, because no, the balls guy.
Oh shit, yeah,
the balls guy with the hubcap.
Please, please, please.
It's the funniest thing in the movie, and we never see him again, right?
No, never see him. Then the movie turns back focus on the guy who got shot in the face.
The boy.
Yeah, he's apparently alive. He wakes up, or rather get waken up by an old lady.
A strange old lady comes around and helps him up.
Yeah. The friendly old grandma, right?
You can't stay here, young seed. Whew. I'm Sheila, Rosemary's grandmother. You better come with me.
And he just want to call the police or do anything. She has relax. Come back to my house.
Come back to my house, where she makes him tea. And then she starts talking about her granddaughter.
Rosemary's very shy around outsiders. They all are. Oh, you can't blame them. You mustn't force it. I'll go and see if Rosemary is ready.
She goes and gets her granddaughter.
Yeah. Let's just describe the granddaughter, by the way. It's really creepy looking, right?
Yeah.
Albino with a... like she's blind with a blindfold thing with 2 eyes.
Clean seed from the outside.
She talks like she wants the guy to have sex with the granddaughter to produce a more pure-blooded offspring with no
who have
defects.
eyes, right? Yeah, with no defects.
With no defects.
You'll be happy to know that she's of that age. There's no need to be afraid. It's with the help of outsiders like yourself that we can rid our town of its peculiarities.
He's freaked out.
Yeah, it wouldn't be,
because
right?
she has this strange woman touching him, and he's all shot up, and the grandmother comes in, and I guess she realizes that the mating is not going to happen, so she just pulls out this big fucking knife and just puts it through his hand. He escapes he tries to run away from the house, so he runs away into the woods, and he gets captured, and then the girl who wanted to mate with him comes by again, but instead of mating with him, they just put a stick
They play with sticks.
Yeah, first they put a stick and kills him to his neck.
And then they hang him.
Yeah, and then they put like wires made of tree through his eyes, and then they hang him up in a tree, and they throw pine cones at him for some reason.
The girl laying in a ditch, the older sister, she gets captured. The younger sister comes by, then it's a big fight scene. There's only 2 guys survival from the main team, like there's the 2 sisters. There's only
the two sisters are the only ones left.
So you start running, come up to like a castle or something.
It's a church, I think, but first there's like a few houses. And
houses in a church, yeah.
Yeah, and they call for help. By the way, this movie is called Plague Town.
Yeah. There's
not really a town.
And there's really no plague.
Yeah, I guess all the children are weird and they have some deformity, but that's not really a plague, right? That's more
like
genetic deformity, I think. In this town, they knock on a few windows. No one will help them, so they find these shirts, and they look inside. They are attacked by a few old guys, and they also find a pregnant woman there, who we think is captured also.
Yeah, and your mind starts going before the scenes before you understand, like it's like they capture people and then they impregnate them to make like their bloodline pure or something.
Yeah, they try to breed with normal people from the outside. They use these meat cleavers to attack these 2 guys, and then they escape. The pregnant woman comes with them, and then they find a car on the outside.
What's the quickest way out of here?
The bridge. The road will lead you all the way out of town.
Then you have them, all the family, like 20 guys, like standing in the way. So they're stuck there. They're breathing unconscious, and then the next scene, like they wake up. You understand later that, they're at the castle they were before, right?
Yeah.
Like in a room where lots of people.
There was a few pregnant women locked in a room, and she talks to one of them.
And she says it's her 3rd time, right?
Yeah, it's a 3rd baby. So they have tried this a few times, and the children are still born deformed, I think.
How long have you been here?
It's hard to say. We're not the only ones. We know that. They said they've been trying to cleanse for years. The plan hasn't worked so far, but they'll keep trying. Or so they tell us.
No.
Yeah. And then she looks at the window and there's bars there, and then the movie ends.
Yeah.
This movie is, it says on the box, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Not really.
The movie is much more like, there's a horror movie from Australia called Dying Breed, which is basically, this is a lesser version of that. There's like a bunch of tourists like backpacking somewhere in the outback in Australia, and they come across a small town, and there's some fucked up people there, and then they use people in a sense exactly like this for breeding. That movie is not that great either, but at least it's better than this one. So there's a few nice scenes. The story is nothing new. I've seen the story of 100 times before in horror movies. The acting isn't very good.
Not really. Especially the fathers.
The ending is pretty terrible. So we have a new segment we're going to introduce this time on Movie Bin. We have our own bin. So after we talk about a movie, we're going to decide if it's good, we don't throw it in the bin. It can be bad too, but if we're entertained by it, by how bad it is, or we have a good time watching it, it doesn't go in the bin either. And if we think the movie is pretty bad or terrible or just boring or something, we throw it in the bin. And there's a few rules to this too. We both have to agree it's going in the bin. If one of us votes bin and one of us votes not bin, it doesn't go in the bin either. So, Plague Town, bin or no bin?
Great effects, but I had to say bin.
Yeah, I have to say bin too. It's good part doesn't it does the bad parts outweighs the good parts. Is the ending is the weird implied rape ending, terrible. Story is not original, and the acting is pretty bad. So yeah, I have to say bin. So in the bin it goes. And there you have it. Plague Town goes in the bin. And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, guys.
And see you on the next Movie Bin.